So one of the things I can't emphasize enough to entrepreneurs and brands that are showing up online, you cannot be lazy as it relates to your marketing. Rush marketing is messing up your impact and your income initiative. You are jacking up the vibrations tremendously when you are not being intentional about your marketing. And I actually have a post below that I did on Facebook about this, and I want you to check that out. But something I really want to talk about is that, come on, we're talking about the way you're showing up in front of an audience. And you got to make that the most important thing in terms of not just the marketing communication that you're conveying, but kind of the way that you're doing it. And so I tell people, you don't have to be perfect in a sense, but you do want to show up in excellence in that area. And something that I see a lot of going on is that people will try to position opportunities or different things, but then we'll forget the main thing, like, okay, the link to sign up or the link to learn more. And again, it's just rushing. My thing is, I say this all the time, I'd rather see typos in your copy than to see an opportunity that you're talking about and then telling me how I can learn more about it, but then you fail to either put that link in the comment section or you fail to put that link within the post, So uh, the logic behind that, there is none, and there's no room for error in those areas, because when you leave out the main component, then people can go somewhere else. I always say, don't have a prospect or a consumer having to ask you, where's the link to this? The thing about it is that people just have to take more time out for their marketing, even if you have to do it in a shorter form, and be intentional about creating maybe an intensive where you're writing out your copy, you're making sure you have the links, and everything. And then maybe on a specific day that you're posting, that you block out the time to be able to post that, check the links, make sure they're working, and create different variations of it so that you can not be lazy and rushing in your marketing. You don't want to do that. You just don't want to do that. It definitely, as I mentioned before, is messing up the impact that you can make and the income. Some things can be unforgivable, like a typo or just that, long as it's not just consistent, but the things that make you unforgettable or that become unforgivable is when you keep leading people up to something and then there's not the key to open up the door. So it's just important to take time out. Like I said, create an intensive for yourself and be intentional about creating the marketing copy and everything in different formats, right? So that you can create it in this kind of evergreen that you can continuously leverage. And this can even be in video marketing. It doesn't matter really what the context is. It's just that you don't want to come off as that you're lazy in the way that you're showing up. So just make sure that you're solid in that, even if you have to miniaturize it. Like I said, maybe you don't write long copy. You just do a paragraph or two and then a lead in or so, add value, add a meme or so. Just make sure that as you are showing up, that you're following through consistently on what you're saying and not leaving any room for error, in that area. You just can't be lazy. You just really can't be lazy in that initiative for sure. So again, can't emphasize that enough. That's food for thought. But if you're trying to monetize your marketing, you better make sure that your marketing communication is tight, but also just the way that you're showing up. Don't you cover the bases, the main important bases. You better have those things covered. Otherwise, and I'm going to bluntly say it, otherwise there's no point in even putting the post out there. That's just plain and simple. So again, food for thought, take it for what it's worth. And I have a post below again, like I mentioned, that you can, check out my thoughts on that and actually put your thoughts and comments in on that too, and share what your biggest takeaways were from that.